As we pulled up, Jennifer's father was in the back of a squad car, and her mother was arguing with the officers that were on site.
You morons have no right to put my husband in there. When my son-in-law shows up, he will fix all of this if he knows what's good for him.
No, I won't. Can you not see the destruction you two have caused? This isn't a speeding or a parking ticket. You two ruined people's property and endangered the lives of everyone on the road. For crying out loud, you could have killed someone or yourselves.
Does this mean that you are refusing to make all of this go away?
Even if I wanted to. And I don't. No, I can't make this go away. Your husband is going to pay for the damage that he caused. Suddenly, Jennifer's mother went feral and screeched so loud we all had to put our hands over our ears until she stopped. She then lunged for me and started slapping and scratching my face until Jennifer pulled her off of me. She then punched her own mother so hard in the face that she knocked her out. Hi there, my name is Vincent, and growing up, I always wanted to be a police officer. My father was one, and when I would see him come home wearing his uniform, I just couldn't help but see him as my hero. I wanted that same thing for my own children, and I also wanted to help make the world a better place as well. So as I grew up, I made sure to do everything right. I studied hard in school and worked out, and when I was old enough, I went to the police academy, and the day I graduated was one of the happiest days of my life. Seeing my father looking proudly at me as I put my uniform on for the first time was everything that I could have hoped it would be. Years later, after I had been on the beat for some time, I happened to be doing my route, and I stopped for a cup of coffee. And that was when I saw her. Jennifer was one of the most beautiful women I had ever seen. She was working at the cafe, and when our eyes met, and we felt a real connection instantly. My stomach was full of butterflies, but I still managed to get the courage to walk over, ask her if she would do me the honor of going out to dinner with me. The smile that spread across her face when she said yes filled my heart with joy. Nearly several months later, and dozens of dates later, we made plans to introduce each other to our future in-laws. I know what you're thinking. It's a bit presumptuous of me to assume that we were going to get married, but both Jennifer and I had talked, and we knew that things were heading towards marriage. However, I would never have expected my in-laws to be as horrible as they ended up being. In the beginning, it wasn't too unusual. Just odd.
Hey, Mom and Dad, this is Vincent.
It's nice to meet you, Vincent. It's very nice to meet you as well.
Yes, it is. So Jennifer tells us that you're a police officer.
Yes, that is correct. I'm actually on my way to become a detective.
That's very good to hear. So if we ever get any speeding tickets, then I'm sure you wouldn't mind taking care of them for us, right?
Mom, why would you say such a thing?
I was taken a bit by surprise, but lots of friends and family have made similar jokes to me in the past. However, only a few weeks passed when I got a call from Jennifer's mother.
Hello, Vincent. Listen, I hate to be a bother, but I got a parking ticket. Would you be able to take care of it for me?
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, surely you can take care of it for me. We're practically family after all. You wouldn't turn your back on family, would you?
No, it's okay. I will do my best, though.
Just make sure that I won't have to pay it, okay? Thanks.
It was a pretty big ask, but I was worried that if I didn't come through and get it erased that she might tell Jennifer, and in my mind, I was worried that that would hurt our relationship. And so I asked around and was able to find a way to get the ticket erased. I ended up owing some favors to my fellow officers, but when my future mother-in-law called and thanked me and sang my praises to Jennifer, I felt very reassured. Months passed, and Jennifer and I started talking earnestly about marriage and what we wanted for our special day. We both wanted a small ceremony and to only invite the people that were very important to us. After that, I saw no reason to put it off anymore, and I went out and bought an engagement ring, and soon afterwards I popped the question to Jennifer, who of course said yes. We were so incredibly happy, but that happiness faded when Jennifer's mother called. At first I thought she was going to congratulate us, but boy was I wrong. Oh, hey there. I guess Jennifer gave you the good news?
Oh yeah, congratulations on that, but no, I have something a bit more important. I got a speeding ticket yesterday. Some stupid cop caught me going 20 over the speed limit and had the nerve to give me a ticket. Since you were able to get the parking ticket erased, I figured that you would do the same for this one too, right? You're not going to let me down, right? I know Jennifer would be really upset if you did.
I knew that she was just manipulating me, but I was so worried that she would be right about Jennifer that I promised her I would look into it. A week later, I was able to get the officer that issued it to drop the ticket, owing yet even more favors to my fellow officers. But the worst of it was from Jennifer, which I found incredibly surprising.
Vincent, did you erase a speeding ticket for my mom?
Yes. I did. She made it sound like you would be disappointed in me if I didn't.
That's where you are wrong. I'm disappointed in you for doing it. You could have put your job in jeopardy for doing it.
I know. But she is family, and I would hate to let her down.
Oh, screw her. Listen, Vincent, I love my mother, but she is a horrible person, and if you keep giving in to her, she will only expect more and more. The next thing you know, she will kill someone and expect you to cover it up for her. I love you more than anyone in this whole world, but I am telling you, do not do that woman any more favors.
Okay, I understand. I won't help her out anymore. To be honest, I was a bit surprised and greatly relieved that Jennifer would say something like that. It gave me just the courage I needed when a few weeks later, I got a call in the middle of the night from her mother. Jennifer and I were asleep in bed when the phone rang. As I woke up, I somehow knew that it was her mother. Hello?
Vincent, I need you to come over right away.
What is it? Is everything okay?
No, not at all. Jennifer's father has been arrested. We need you to come over and speak with these idiots that are trying to arrest him.
Whoa! Hold on a minute. Why is he being arrested? What happened?
Oh, they're blowing it out of proportion. Jennifer's father and I went out and had a few drinks, and on our way home, my husband hit a few cars, but he really didn't cause that much damage.
So he was driving drunk and caused an accident? Okay, Jennifer and I are on our way. I then hung up the phone and started getting dressed. Jennifer, who had heard the whole conversation, started getting dressed as well.
Please tell me that you aren't going to bail her out again. I don't care if it's just a minor fender bender. I want you to promise me that you won't stick your neck out for them.
They're family. And no, I'm not going to do anything like that. But I will make sure that they are safe and that no one mistreats them at least. But if they are guilty, then they are going to pay for what they've done. When we arrived, I saw the path of destruction that Jennifer's father had caused. It wasn't just a simple fender bender. He had fully crashed into several cars, causing probably over $100,000 worth of damage. And that wasn't including the traffic signs that he had run over. And that was just on their own street. There was no way of telling how much damage he had done elsewhere. As we pulled up, Jennifer's father was in the back of a squad car, and her mother was arguing with the officers that were on site.
You morons have no right to put my husband in there. When my son-in-law shows up, he will fix all of this if he knows what's good for him.
No, I won't. Can you not see the destruction you two have caused? This isn't a speeding or a parking ticket. You two ruined people's property and endangered the lives of everyone on the road. For crying out loud, you could have killed someone or yourselves.
Does this mean that you are refusing to make all of this go away?
Even if I wanted to. And I don't. No, I can't make this go away. Your husband is going to pay for the damage that he caused. Suddenly, Jennifer's mother went feral and screeched so loud we all had to put our hands over our ears until she stopped. She then lunged for me and started slapping and scratching my face until Jennifer pulled her off of me. She then punched her own mother so hard in the face that she knocked her out. I was amazed that she would do that to her own mother to protect me. The officers on the scene saw it as self-defense and took my statement so that I could charge her with assault. Afterwards, Jennifer and I went home. We were exhausted and had no interest in helping either of those fools. The next day, the two of them were released on bail, and they immediately started calling us and demanding that I do something to remove the charges that were put against them. Both Jennifer and I ignored them, and over the next couple weeks, we avoided all of their calls and even the few visits that they attempted to do. They would come over at all times of the day and beg that I get the charges against them dropped. I, of course, had no interest in doing so, and Jennifer had my back. Eventually, they went to trial, and Jennifer's mother was sentenced to 2 years in prison for public intoxication and assault. Her father, however, got 12 years for driving while under the influence and for reckless driving. It would have been less, but he had hit so many other cars that they were forced to increase the punishment that he received. I had expected Jennifer to be upset upon hearing about her parents, but she was actually very relieved and even celebrated the outcomes to their trials. As far as we were concerned, they got exactly what they deserved. If anything, they should have faced even more punishments. After that, Jennifer and I eloped and got married in Caribbean. My parents were present, and many of our friends, but we made sure that her family didn't know anything about it. When we got back, we made arrangements to get restraining orders put against Jennifer's parents. The last thing we wanted to do was associate with those unstable people anymore. Then I got the news that made me smile wider than I ever had before. Jennifer told me that she was pregnant. I was so incredibly happy that we were going to start our family together, but what made it all the sweeter was the knowledge that Jennifer's parents would never get to meet their grandchildren. Both Jennifer and I would make sure of that. We had removed those toxic and horrible people from our lives, and we had no plans to let them back in. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.